Hey guys, this is Locke. This video is going to talk about how to take on light teams. It shares one strategy with one specific teams, but it is a universal strategy that you can do with many different teams. First, I'm going to give you a little bit of overview on this video. I'm going to be doing 5 auto arena matches. The first match is actually very short because I realized that I have the wrong sub-job on Titus. He has Samurai and I lose this match. So I'm actually going to cut this match out quickly, and I'm going to fight this opponent a second time with the correct sub-job. So you see I'm like fighting the opponent again. This time I've set a sub-job to Paladin, which is the correct sub-job that I wanted. And so second match and third matches are wins. Fourth match is a loss, and I'll talk about why I lost. And in the fifth match, I play against the same opponent again, and I decided to use a different vision card that time. And I had a totally unexpected different result. So I hope you guys stick around to see the fifth match to see how the AI is so finicky that even the smallest change will make it do different things. But anyway, the strategy right now is that light teams are, they heal, they have like all these vision cards that support each other to do a lot of great damage, and give each other a lot of HP. And it also has a lot of healing. So it's very hard to take down, but the weakness of the light teams is that everyone has 97 faith. Because, high faith gives you higher healings, and it also gives you higher magic damage. And, Yuna and Sakura are very common in these light teams. The disadvantage to 97 faith is you also take a lot of magic damage, and everyone is kind of building magic resistance. But the other disadvantage to the light teams is that with 97 faith, they're easy to have negative status effect applied to them. So that's what I built my team around. So my water team has Titus, and it has 2 snipers which have a skill that has a chance to disable. With a 97 faith person, if I have 97 faith on both of my snipers and I'm attacking Yuna, which is 97 faith, and Sakura 97 faith -1, each hit has almost a 50% chance to disable. So, if I have both of them and, they get hasted, I will probably have like 4 or 5 or 6 shots in a game that has a chance to disable, a 50% chance to disable on each shot. That's a lot. So, once they're disabled, the fight is very much in my favor because, they can't do anything for 3 turns once they get disabled. And I found out that, I've never had a reaction proc when an opponent has been disabled. So for example, like Yuna keeps healing herself from her reaction, and it's sometimes like she heals for like 4 or 5k sometimes, and it's very hard to kill her unless you can one-shot her when her reaction keeps proccing. But even if I do like very little damage with the disable skill, if she gets disabled, I've not seen her reaction proc yet. It could just be lucky, or it could be that being disabled makes you unable to use your reaction skills. I hope that's the case, because if that is, then status effects are a great counter to light teams. I've really been kind of talking about the strategy. In this game, I will talk about exactly what my team is doing. So I figured this out, that I want Titus to haste my units, especially Cyrus is very slow. The reason she's slow is because she's an MR unit, so she has lower stats. So I want her to use, I would like her to be hasted. She's there as a sniper and a gunner. The only active skill that I have on both my snipers is the arm shot skill, because that skill is the only skill that I want them to use to keep having the chance to disable. There, Sakura is disabled. If she wasn't disabled just now, she'll probably kill my Cyrus. And I had 2 chances of disabling her, and it could be that I miss my disable, right? Like this. So out of 3 shots, I had 2. It could be that I miss my disables, but in this game, I feel like there's luck is just a huge factor. Like I've had matches where I'm hitting Yuna and I hit her 3 times and she procced a reaction every single time. And that's only a 30% chance for her to proc the reaction, and she hit it. I've had another game where Sakura used magic reflex, I think 4 times in a row, which is insane. So luck is just a part of the game. Like even if I'm like, with the status team, I am hoping for lucky procs to happen. If I don't get those lucky procs, I'm probably gonna lose, right? But at the same time, like even if I built for damage and I could one-shot, say, Sakura with the magic team, she could also just keep proccing the reactions, and I could still lose, right? So with that in mind, I feel like this team, there's a pretty good chance of winning with these disable procs. On top of that, my team is also built for damage because the vision cards I'm using Siren to give myself a 35% water, not 35%, but 35 water attack to everybody. All three of them have water masteries, which gives water attack and HP to water allies. I also have the Irresistible Darkness VC, which provides 35% attack to everybody and 12% magic resistance, just for that little sliver of magic resist to help Titus survive. The third VC I'm using is the Leviathan card for Titus because it gives him a boost to his HP and attack. And it also provides area effect resistance of 20% to the whole team, to all water allies. So with that, that's my strategy. Of these, well, I mean, I played 5 matches, but the first one shouldn't really count because I was set up incorrectly. So I lost that one. But if I look at the remaining 4 matches, I won 3 out of 4 games. The fourth one that I actually lost because, again, of luck. I counted 2 instances where if something by chance did or didn't happen, I would have won. So I think this is the game where I lost. And you can see that, well, I lost series already. So on my 5th match, I changed something around to take that into account. But I want to show where something could have gone right. So things are looking good right now. Like my series is down and a Sakura is down. So if Disabled had landed there, I would probably have won this. And if Yuna's what's it called? If Yuna's counter did not proc, I probably would have won as well. But both of those, because if she did not get that healing, my Titus could have killed her, right? But sometimes it's just luck, and I lost because of that. But because I still felt confident that I could beat this team. So even after I lost, I decided to play against the same opponent again. I decided to make one change because I know that for sure on the first turn, Sakura is gonna come and kill my Cerise. Like my Cerise can't even do anything. So I realized, what? Let me try changing things around a little bit. Let me put in a agility vision card, and here you can see my setup as well for a few seconds when I'm changing my vision card. And as I do that, you can kind of see what my full setup is. But I decided to change the vision card for Irresistible Darkness with a agility vision card, so that maybe Cerise can go before Sakura, and maybe I'll have a better chance of winning. So I just decided to do that, and the result was actually completely unexpected. And I will talk about that when I go into the match. Any second now, just a few seconds. But yeah, like this strategy has been working, and it's not just limited to these units or water teams. I'll talk in a few seconds about like other things that you can do this kind of strategy with, like other units that it can work on. But anyway, look here. Every other time he has started with Hastega. This time he's starting with Revitalize, which like totally throws off my like my turn order and everything, right? So it's crazy that just a small change like that, like changing a vision card from a attack card to an agility card, is changing the order of skills that the AI does. I have no idea why, but that's just how finicky this is, right? And I ended up winning this match. I'm gonna talk now about other units that you can use this strategy with. You can use it on, like for example, Nivlu also has a disable skill on hit. Dwayne has a disable skill on hit. Agrius has like many skills, like a stop skill, a disable skill, confuse skill, a silent skill, all on hit. You can also do this with what's her name? Ketone. Ketone has a stop on it, and it's a very high chance to stop on a 97 Faith unit because of her LB. Her LB gives you a higher chance to cast stop. So, you know, oh, and El Cerel has a stun skill on hit. So, like, she might actually be a very good unit to use this on because she is built to be a magic tank. You can use her magic skills, and you can turn off all her skills except for her stun on hit skill. So I feel like this is a pretty good counter, and it just goes to show you that no matter what the flavor of the month is, there's always a weakness to every team that's out there. And this team's weakness happens to be status effects. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have other questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to address it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe and like this video. Thank you.